It's here. It's here. It's here. Okay, I just got back home, but it is here. Sorry for the light. We're grabbing our package from China. Let's go to the studio. Oh God, my studio's dark. Hold on. I gotta set this up. All right, I'll see you guys when I set it up. All right, we are back. We got it. All right, it's here. This is the OPPO. I'm not gonna, no surprise. This is the OPPO Find N5. I'm excited to try this out. First, we're gonna unbox it. Then we're gonna compare the two between these bad boys, all right? So this is the black Z Fold 7, and this is the OPPO Find N5. All right, I think these are the two head-to-head main competitors that we can possibly get. Hopefully, this is the version that I did order, and that is the global version, the one that has availability in the US. But my reservation behind keeping this OPPO Find N5 lies within the fact that will it be usable in the US with the 5G network? And if anybody has one, please comment below. I am one T-Mobile carrier, so we're gonna try it out and see what's up. All right, so let's first grab this, and it came in a box. I think this is the box inside of it, honestly. Yeah, I think it's honestly the box inside of it. There's no like, there's just bubble wrap and box inside the box. And that's it. Yeah, phone's inside the box. There's no other protection. There's no box. It's just, that's how they shipped it. And don't know if that's the greatest thing to do, but as we try to flossy Carter it. Okay. All right. This may go back. I might initiate a return, and it all depends on the usability. Okay. So boom, this is out of here. They said that this was brand new. Let's see. Find N5. Drop that there. Z Fold. First of all, look at the boxes in comparison. All right. Just so you know, I told you guys I would compare this, and here we are. Let's push the Z Fold over for a second, and let's get into the mix of this, okay? So this is opened already. So I don't have a problem opening this and then sending it back, because you see me take it out the packaging and it was already open. So yeah, that's on you, OPPO. It's not on me, all right? One thing I will say about foldable phones, is that the crease, right? The crease. Initially, when you buy a foldable phone, the crease is non-existent. And I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. So I'm going to try to take this apart as nicely as possible and as elegant as possible. So just in case I am sending it back, it will go back in the box. So here we are. I guess this is a way to tell if it's been open or not. Let's try to carefully remove that very carefully, because we may send it back again. I'm not gonna bend it, because I think the bend, I want to show you guys how it looks before it gets bent. This has been open for sure. This has definitely been open from China. I can tell just off the rip. And here is the non-noticeable crease. So the crease is not there. You guys see that? So that's not a crease. That's like the push out. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this definitely feels just like the Samsung. This is the unboxing. You guys know you get a charger here. This is a 80-watt charger, which is crazy, humongous. This is a box for the case, I believe, and we're gonna put this down here so we won't get any scratches on it. Cleaning my fingerprints off is no problem, so that's not an issue. I think this is the case. It is the case with the charger USB. Awesome. Quick guide. We're gonna sling these off to the side, but not too far, because again, we don't know if it's gonna even work. So this is the case. Case feels very premium. There's no snap to the lever, So that's that. Smell test. Oh, it smells brand new. Yeah, this smells brand new. Okay. Came from China, man. This is actually interesting, man, to see something come from China and it's in my hands. I'm gonna mess with it inside this little case because I feel like it's safe here. So we're gonna do that. And the Samsung Z Fold will be next to it. So, in size comparison, this is the Samsung Z Fold. Ooh, let's move this. Whoa. Let's not have this around. These two are about to go head to head. So Find N5 and Samsung Z Fold. If you put these side by side, which we will do, I'm gonna put on top of each other. The Samsung is ever so small compared to the OPPO. And I'm matching it up corner to side to side. So there's this much more real estate for the OPPO. And if you guys want to see up here, just so you guys can get a good understanding, there's maybe a ledge more real estate if you put it side by side. And then top to bottom, same thing. It's like a little bit above it. So honestly, as far as the thinness, bro, the Samsung is the same exact size. Like, what are these measurements, man? I could already tell you right now that there's screen glare. I'm gonna try to get in the light. As you can see that glare. Look at that. So there is a screen glare protection on here, and that's one of the things I was telling you about OPPO. And the thing against Samsung is that this is a $2,000 phone. This is an $1,800 phone, yet this one did it better. And my fingerprints are all over this thing right now. So there is no screen glare protection there, but there is a screen glare protection here. And even can see there's less fingerprints on the OPPO. That's what I was talking about, like being able to get that protection there. All right, let's open this device up for the first time because I feel, ooh, nice. OPPO Android. All right. We know what the startup of Samsung looks like. We've seen it. But again, comparison. Honestly, these are pretty much the same size phones. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. They feel the same as far as size goes, like me using it as a tablet. The tablet size, and it does not feel any different from Samsung. Like, this feels just like that right now, yeah. But except for the sharper corners is what I could feel. Okay, so it says hello. I'm not gonna bend it again because you see that there's no, even on the feel, I don't feel the crease. I do not feel the crease. Hello. English, good so far. Select region. Can we go to the US? Are we good? There is no United States on here. Maybe they put it as America. Who knows? United Kingdom. United States. Look at that. There is a United States. This device adopts flexibility OLED screen support very well designed. Okay, do not remove exclusive screen protector. Okay. Okay. Set up. Oh, this is very simple. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, set up a new device. Start it. You get QR code. Set up. So I'm connecting. It just like automatically synced to my Samsung. And here we go. New device setup. Okay. Verify this is you. Hold on, chat. Hold on, guys. Choose what to copy. Everything. Everything. Copy. And just like that, we're setting up our OPPO. And I told you I wanted to show you guys. Fingerprint. Let's put our code in. It feels exactly like the Samsung. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It actually protrudes a little bit more than the Samsung. It feels like a button versus fingerprint and face. Let's roll the face. I love that the camera is here and not here. That's one thing I do already love. Add now. Camera, front camera is way better than the Samsung. That's insane. My biggest fear is just to fold this, right? You can see where the hinge starts and ends, but it's like very barely visible. And they said that this phone was more so the hingeless phone. This is Future Wayne here. There's not much to compare between the OPPO and Samsung, aside from the UI, aside from the weight, but speed demonstration was crazy. It was fast, it was smooth. So I understand now why there aren't too many comparison videos. And if you make a comparison video, you're just really comparing apples to oranges in a sense, and not even apples to oranges, apples to apples. Honestly, green apples to red apples. That's just basically what you're doing. I think Color OS though has that familiarity of Apple. I will say this about the Samsung, and I'm not bashing it, so I don't want any crazy talks in there in the comment section. The Samsung's issue is the battery life. I had it on life support. Every time I drive somewhere, I have to put it on my charger, and it never reached 100%. There was something weird about the battery. I don't know what it was, but it never reached 100%. So if anybody knows that problem, what is that? Like, what's going on? But it was always at like 98. I don't even think I've seen it at 99, honestly. It was always at 98 and stopped charging. Maybe they're trying to save the battery. I don't know. Optimization. I don't know. One UI was cool, and it had some iPhone vibes, but obviously people want iPhone UI, right? Like, that's the best, right? Doing the best works for your company. So if you're gonna mimic the best things from iPhone. This standpoint, I definitely recommend this for the US, but if you can do what I did, go out abroad and cop you an OPPO. Honestly, it's really good. Now, there are durability tests out there and video-wise, and Samsung does pass the durability test. It does not break even if you do crazy things. But when you have a phone like this type of delicacy, you tend to not do wild things with it anyways. So if I were you, I would definitely just kind of watch what you're doing when it comes to things like that nature, right? You don't bend it the opposite way. You don't throw it. You don't do much things that you won't do with any foldable phone. Any phone in general. You can break your glass. You can break so many things. Samsung's definitely, I would give it, if I had to put in like a S tier mode, I would give it an A+. But if you had to compare apples to apples, the OPPO is S tier. When it comes to the Find N5, it slightly beats the Samsung. I think the camera is better. It's more quality, more niche, if you will, because of the Hasselblad. Samsung is using old camera tech, and they could have definitely updated it. Also, with the Samsung, I wanted to mention one thing about their lack of opportunity here. They had the newest foldable phone out, the hottest item, yet this is about 6 months, 7 months old, and this is better. Now, with OPPO, what they're doing great to defeat Samsung is that they have phones that are just spec'd out, like their X8 Ultra or whatever it's called. That's crazy. Find N X8 Ultra or something like that. I believe that's the name. You guys will see it here. If you look at Marcus, if you look at his video and he talks about that phone, he talks about everything that you could possibly put in the phone at the highest spec is here. And I think Samsung, again, playing it safe. You lost a customer, but you can gain me back. Let's just see what your future phones comes out with. Now, if Apple comes with a foldable phone, it's good riddance to OPPO, it's good riddance to Samsung, because, again, I like the UI of Apple, and I think that Apple can integrate their productivity line better. Like, their apps will work way better in a lot of the situation. So, we officially got the OPPO to work. I wanted to say something about this OPPO. Officially, right now, I think this is the phone for me, and I was going to get a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, but then I realized, like, okay, I really want a foldable phone, so what's the closest that I can get to the phone? And you guys know that story. Video linked in the description below, and right here, you can see it, where I apologize to you guys and seeing that the Samsung is actually really good. If you want any other tests, let me know before I send this back, but I don't think that there's really much else to talk about. They're pretty much running the same chip, just a different OS. But I think it has Android UI. So let's look at the settings real quick. This feels like an Apple phone. My God. This is dumb. This is dumb. This is exactly how my Apple works. Oh, geez. About device. Find N5 Color OS. So this is running an Android Color OS version. Android 15, which I guess there's just different layers of it. Snapdragon Elite Mobile, 16 gigs, plus 12 gigabytes of RAM. Battery is 5600 milliamp hour silicone carbon battery. I think the Samsung's at like 4,000 something. So 5600 is crazy. I have storage of 512 gig. This is all the information. Man, you know, this is crazy. I'm gonna play around with this phone for a little bit. I'm gonna try to use my tips and tricks video on this phone to set it up the way I want it. But so far, it came the way I would use it. Like I would have these apps up, like Facebook, Instagram, my TikTok. Let's test the camera, I guess. Camera, you guys know that the camera for the Samsung probably outweighs it, but let's just check from my eyesight and no fanboying here. But we're gonna try this out. Okay, this is nice. So I'm gonna take a picture of this so you guys can see it. And I'm choosing this over the Samsung because one, everybody has a Samsung, and I don't want a Samsung that everybody has. So yeah, we're gonna mess around with this. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. All right, so this is the first bend test. I'm very scared of this. As you can see, there is no bend crease right now, but we are gonna bend it all the way because we're keeping this phone. Okay, that was the first bend. Now, let's see how it looks when it unbended. And very much easier to bend and unbend. And oh my God, hold on. Let's see. Yo, there's no crease. There's no crease. You can see the crease, but you can't feel the crease. You can see it in a very, very light. Okay. I'm very happy about being with this phone. Nice. All right, so one thing I do feel is really good about this phone is that it feels like an actual width of a phone, right? The width of a phone. The Samsung had that same width, but it didn't feel like this. It felt like a little bit skinnier, just a little bit. Closes and opens very smoothly. I think that's my biggest shock. I hope I'm not fanboying this right now. Like I really feel like this is crazy. This is the walk test. I feel like if it's in my pocket, how do I feel? I can barely feel it. Another good thing about this, sharp corners are kind of concealed even with this case. I can hold my phone like this. I bent it about 30 times, put it in my pocket, sat on it almost, and still no crease. Probably the best creaseless phone there is nighttime in my house. And so far, I wanted to just give you guys an update on the Crease. This has been the Crease like all day, like literally the same exact crease. So I'm trying to, I can't even like, I gotta try to like get it in an angle where you can see it. But yeah, I wanted to give you an update. I probably folded about 100 and some change. And this is the depth of the crease right now. I will continuously give you guys an update as I make this video, and I will keep putting this in. Okay, it is right now about 10 p.m. and I'm about to head to bed, and I just want you to know. So when I am done with using this phone, I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'm truly amazed at the pioneer of this. And again, this came out way before the Samsung came out. So I think hinge design should have been either solved by now or at least make the attempt to solve it, right? And if you haven't seen the beginning of the video, I did talk about when these phones come out of the box, they're shipped open like this. And that's just to reduce the amount of crease that could happen. And they don't want to show the crease right off the beginning presentation. Instead, they want to show it uncreased, and then you crease it, basically. And I guess that's to show that you used it, you know what I mean? Or you've touched it. But I tell you right now, this looks like how the Samsung shipped to me after I already bent it. That's what I want to make sense. So when you first get the Samsung, this is exactly how it looks when you first get it. And again, you can maybe see a crease like right there. You can probably see it. So I want to see what it's like in 2 weeks. I'll probably finish this video by then, but in 2 weeks, I want to see how this crease looks and see if it's even more noticeable. But as of now, fingerprint setup. This is my I'm sorry video. And this is at a low light, by the way. This is not even like brightness. My brightness is here. And, you know, that's the brightness. Right? So, yeah, now you can't see it at all. Invisible. Anti-reflective screen is crazy. I love it. As much light is on this right now. I'm having deja vu, guys. I'm having deja vu. See you guys in the next potential footage that I bring up. But, yeah. Peace.